Hello, this is Marshall Limited back for another video. This is the second attempt. I'm going to try something new and I'll cut between the periods. Between the period that the German Civil War starts and when it appears. So it comes after, most because my game keeps on crashing. Well, my recording keeps on crashing every time I tried. So yeah. Deeply sorry. Front. Sword Bandit weapon captures. Krasnoyarsk destroyed by Tomsk. Corona agreement ends with who? TNO. Hey. The guest guys seem to be playing on. That's still going on. Tied to strike camera off. Usually the improved fire thing appears around the same time this, so Nixon peaked. You're still training. Biden's probed. Pair routes. Industrial aid now flows from Finland into Onega, and the railway that secured the aid and in our hands. And perhaps it is time to bolster our defenses once again to repel any invaders that try to attack us. With Finnish technological advances in construction and the spirit of people in Onega, we can build new and improved defenses all along our borders. With the redoubts situated along the more vulnerable part of our fortification, these will serve to block and break any advance the enemy will make in battle. Our soldiers shall form labor towers, build these immediately. The material for these efforts shall come from none other than Finland, our closest ally to the west. With these in place, the Reds or any war that takes their place shall think twice for initiating conflict with us. These redoubts shall find their forces shattered and pieces of their defences used against them. The pro-American candidates won the Dominican election. Tomsk has taken the Black Army. Constitution Committee in Egypt. Novosibirsk versus Tomsk. Who will win Battle of the Year? Beating King Kong versus Godzilla. I wonder when is the next Godzilla movie. Contemplation for another day. Free State of Magadan destroyed the Pacific Fleet. Tomsk invading the PRC. Or say please don't destroy my recording. Thank God. Large scale exercises, lint. Nothing to do hither. Iberian Council created. Without pen. Technology made. Finnish advisors. The Finns have proven worth their defense doctrine during the Winter War continuation conflict after that, and the continuation conflict after that. Strong enough to endure the might of the industrialized Union at the height of its power. Its value to the generals and officers of Onega was clear. Finland is the only power that with whom we share commonality of tactics and strategy. Not to mention the contributing political interests. With these factors in mind, we need to finish instruction. Surely our closest ally, will provide them at a lower price. We will send the best of our negotiators to Helsinki to negotiate with the Finnish government. In place, the Finnish soldiers fighting in Onega, they should be willing to part with human structures. Finnish blood, after all, should not be spilled at all costs. Once in Onega, we will have these advisors teach us once in Onega, these advisors will teach us the Finnish art of war, the Finnish equipment, the training. We will be invincible. That's learnt. Learn this. That's that. Early artillery. Early heavies. And the BT-43 MKO. Don't care. Gonna do anything with you. Nope. Wait a few days. Yoon Khan, in real life the second president of South Vietnam, coups the Vietnamese government. Scavenge for loot. Glitched up the war mechanic again. Breathing room gained. Initiate raid. Will they pay tribute or not? Tribute is paid. On new agricultural methods. Kenyev is posted on the Kazakh party chairman. Gratia takes Saka. Get new doctrine, defensive tactics. Get these. Civil Rights Act passed. Filipinos destroyed communists. No, Japanese killed communists. Time for the Finnish freedom flyers. Due to the small nature of the industry of Nega, all production of raw materials sadly boiled down to the essentials of the infantrymen. While we are technically capable of producing planes using borrowed Finnish design, we are not prepared to wage a full-scale war in the air. Once again, we turn to Finland, our sole ally in a chaotic Russia, possessed only by the bloodlust of war. We will not simply petition them for fighters or air support of the general staff have proposed a novel use of air power, but flyers. Simply piece of paper tailored to serve as propaganda purposes and a propagandistic purpose. They will request that the Finnish fly over the territory of the Reds, dropping flyers and demoralizing the Soviet soldiers stationed on the border, or even beyond, depriving the Reds of their will to fight, will become our first step towards showing them upon the lines of Onega, a day that rears its head closer and closer as the days pass. Supply chain, wartime industry. We'll have deposed, led by a new puppet dictator in Colombia. Megadam is fighting some other person. Hitler died. Across the Tundra becomes a bestseller. The publication of the travelogue by American Samuel Smith has drawn considerable interest by both domestically as well as worldwide, with demands outpacing the supply of the wide margin. Smith's book, Across the Tundra, consists of a curated collection of journal writing, narration, photographs of people, experiences, and locations encountered during his longer journey across the entirety of Russia from Far East to Finland, providing what one reviewer has called a fascinating window into the tumultuous political situation of modern Russia. Its publication resulted in considerable public interest regarding humanitarian conditions and efforts within many of the less fortunate Russian successor states, with officials in multiple countries calling for more attention to be dedicated to the provision of such humanitarian aid. Time to order a copy. Serbian national uprising. Okay, I'm going to cut here while Moscow is in anarchy. Cool new picture, by the way. So I'll cut back to you after the entire thing boils over. It has officially boiled over. Germany is split into 4, 6 if you want to be seemingly accurate. The general government is going to explode into a civil war as soon as Syrians. Moscow has already collapsed, and Oslan's going to collapse. Somehow, Caucasian is fine, which I personally don't believe it should be a thing. I think it should have exploded with the rest of them. But, you know, that's just me. So now the Reichstag Emergency Council is taking over Germania. And now we learn some radio detection. Well, so the Franco-Burgundian War has just occurred. Strategic cycles. And the Carpathian Proclamation. I ought to say, please don't crash my recording, please don't crash my recording. Deploy forces to prep for rail lines. So who will win? The National Liberation Front movement of Serbia or the Government of National Salvation? Meanwhile, the Burgundians have been pushing. That's been done. Shipping. Or I will do this first. During the times of the current economic policies meant that every vital labour effort would be collectivised and cooperated. For the average worker, these efforts were nothing short of beneficial and revolutionary. Living standards and wages rose following economic growth. However, due to the red cross on board of this policy, with which the government of Onega has a live and let live relationship, may inspire our workers to support front instead of Onega right guard. To resolve the problem, we have called for a review of the collectivization program that most significant, and hence the first industry that the government has decided to tackle is the commercial fishing system. We must conclude this matter and fast. Whether approaches that we choose, the Union's old plan cannot survive without any Soviet policy remaining in our current government. Our workers should distance themselves from the Reds, may even come to support us wholeheartedly. Now we got some planes. Go on, you said planes, but we got some. An airport too. Poland, provisional government of Poland, or the Polish army, is destroying the general government. Reichsgeld Gotland, or region, the Crimean region, became independent. Ostland has collapsed into several states, such as Ostland, General Bezek, Letland, Thuringia Ostlandiga, SS Oberschnacht Ostland, and here there will be a independence movement. I haven't seen what's happened to the rest of the thing, but that's gonna bother himself. The rest of the Confederate army is Harris appointed Indonesian president, and Timur's invade the West Siberian People's Republic is invading the Siberian Black League, or Timur's invading Omsk. Meaning the smutter is getting closer to us. Now, it won't really be prevalent until after the smutter ends, but damn it, I'm pressing that. And the Belarusian Central Council has just reared its head in Smolensk. Alright. Also, the United Partisan Organization has also appeared. Where the oh. Yeah. In Vernliluki. And South Africa is versus the African Volksstaat. So the South African war is about to blow up. The Lebanese state exists. Italian sphere. Although there's going to be a civil war in there. Hope the South Africa war doesn't blow up my computer. That was quick. No, the spear seems to be destroying Tomsk. Timur's already destroyed Omsk. Now it's just against Sverdlovsk and Ugra. The German African colonies are invading, but Galaxy has destroyed the Germans. Her Majesty's Most Royal Resistance is fighting against the British government. The FN ratified Security Resolution 13, the second Malagasy role succeeds, and now there's an independent Madagascar. British Civil War. Also, the African National Congress has rebelled against South Africa as well. Germany's Eastern Territory collapses. We will not back down easily. The National Party re-elected to New Zealand. We're holding off a front raid. Please don't crash my recording. Please don't crash my recording. Please don't crash my recording. Crash my recording, thank you. Finish industrial aid. Independence. Independence. We have Finland is apparent to any outside observer. Without their support, perhaps we would have fallen into the hands of the Reds, or even worse. However, this dependence has not extended to our industry, or one sector in which the Finns have not aided. In the name of maintaining our autonomy and independence, unlike Ika, however, Finland has a functioning economy, free from the terror bombings and the germania inflicted on the rest of Russia. It may be right to consider the aid from the Finns regarding the matter in this juncture. We will go to Helsinki, ask Finns for their help. We don't have much time. The new development in West Russia has made it plain that soon a power will unite the fractured land. Red, hard as it is to say, may not be the worst victor in the coming conflict. In the light of Russian democracy is to continue forever. A little submission to a foreign power should not hurt. That's what everyone says, and that's what doesn't happen. Insert the banana republics who will let American business in and got cooled their governments for it. Anyway, privatize the fisheries. So, Novosibirsk is united here. Buryatia is conquered. We're going to war. Conquered some person, I don't remember whom. And now is fighting a mayor. Or fighting no one and will be. Also, somehow the People's Revolution counter is still alive. Well done, chaps. Longest seen alive. Taiman's invading lots. Hidden hero. So there goes our most supplier of weapons, except from the enemy is defeated. Train them up. Can't do anything there. Assault bandit weapon cache. Bormann destroys the Krieg 19th Army Group, or 19th Marine Army Group, or whatever. Offensive air denial. West Siberian Republic has destroyed the Zolots Republic, basically destroying our most people's way of getting guns. Ukraine's an explosive. Russia is invading Armenia, and Novosibirsk is invading the PRC. So Vlox is both invading Taiman and Ugra. The Ustash take over Croatia, and the SS are destroyed. Algerian military crime versus the Il Tardino militare Algerian War. Last line of defense. The White Guard stands tall at the border of Onega, ready to stop the intruders. That brings the horror and chaos of West Russia. However, there comes time when even the Stolar Guard will fall to pick off its clean aware of the power disparity between the Guard and any power that managed to unify West Russia, admits to his shame that perhaps even the Finnish aid, backing and training it is all may not be enough. As such, we must prepare for contingencies. If border posts of Onega fall and the invaders pierce down into our territory, we shall make them pay for every inch of land they take from us. Of our particular focus is our capital. The West Russians would march in, thinking it empty and unguarded, for the Guardsmen had rooted in the fields. We will subvert their expectation. We will defend it to the last with machine guns and Zandanov cocktails, Molotov cocktails basically, with rifles, grenades, with fists and knives and teeth we shall not pass. And that's where I'll leave it today, folks, counting both parts are 15 minutes long, the video 30 minutes. So I'll leave it at you. Thank you for watching, hope to see you next time, hope to see you then, and tomorrow we'll see the beginning of 1964. Alright, well technically the next video is Sunday. Alright, hope to see you next time, goodbye.